So, surprise, surprise, shocking, I know, everybody. Diversity just destroyed 20% of New Zealand's naval fleet. A $100 million Navy ship runs aground, the lesbian captain. And then it catches fire and it sinks. Shock. Oh, what a shock. Now, wait, before I even read this story, because this is from Not the Bee, let me read how the leftists, let me read it how the New Zealand Herald wrote this story. HMNZS Manawanai sinking. 2 people treated in hospital in Samoa. The commander is praised in rescue effort after New Zealand Navy ship ran aground. The commander is praised for saving 2 people. She saved the ship. This hero's a commander. After, I guess, it just randomly, the ship on its own, just randomly decided to run aground. And you can say, well, it was the navigators, it was the pilot. It doesn't matter. She is in charge of that ship. She is in charge of the people that are navigating. She's in charge of the people that are piloting the ship. If it runs aground, it's your fault. But no, she's a hero, at least according to the New Zealand Herald. Well, what actually happened? From Not the Bee, a $100 million Navy ship with lesbian captain runs aground, catches fire, and sinks. Now, you might be asking yourself, why would it be a big deal that this captain is lesbian? Wait a minute. How would we know she's lesbian? How would we even know this? Why would we know something like that? Because it's part of her personality. It's part of the reason why she was hired. It's part of her statements that she makes about her military career. It's part of New Zealand's mission. It's always about this stuff. That's how we know. Because if she didn't make a stink about it, we wouldn't have known. From today's sponsor is TakeLean.com about destroying fat. Everybody's talking about weight loss injections, you know, that hollowed out Hollywood gaunt face, and that they're so dramatic. But what you need when you need to lose weight, but you don't have money or you don't want those jabs, that's why doctors created a weight loss supplement called Lean, and the results are remarkable. The studied ingredients in Lean have been shown to lower your blood sugar, burn fat by converting it into energy, and curb your appetite and cravings so you're not as hungry. Doctors at Brickhouse Nutrition created Lean for frustrated dieters with 10 or more pounds to lose. Let's get you started off with 15% off and free rush shipping so you can add Lean to your healthy diet and exercise plan. Visit TakeLean.com and enter Bachelor15, all in caps, Bachelor, Bachelor, all caps, 15, for your 15% off discount. That's promo code Bachelor15 at TakeLean.com and destroy that body fat. Say it with me, everybody. Diversity is our strength. The country of New Zealand lost its first Navy vessel since World War II after the HMNZS Manawanai, a $100 million survey and dive vessel commissioned in 2018, ran aground, burst into flames, and sank off the coast of Samoa. Here they have some video clip. There we go. And there it is, tilted over on its right-hand side, hanging up on coral reef. Just toast. Not to mention, it's now dumping all its fuel and everything else. This is from Anonymous Patriot. Video of the New Zealand Navy's survey and salvage ship. Oh, sweet irony, it's a salvage ship. And now it needs another salvage ship to come salvage the salvage ship. After running aground off Samoa, she's likely a total loss, leaving the Royal New Zealand Navy with just 5 fully operational ships. This is the first peacetime loss of a Royal New Zealand Navy ship. How ironic. Oh, you sweet, sweet dummies. They say the commanding officer was Commander Yvonne Gray, a British woman who moved to New Zealand in 2012 and joined the New Zealand Navy after taking a vacation to the country with her lesbian wife. How do we know that? Because she bragged about it. She had previously served with the British Navy since 1993. It was this was her first ship command in a naval career. She said her eyes lit up at the thought of taking command of it which entered service with the Royal New Zealand Navy just 3 years ago. And here's her and her wife, Sharon, who moved to New Zealand after falling in love with the country during a camper van holiday. The most obvious thing to do was to join the Royal New Zealand Navy, she said. And look at all these commanders. Stunning and brave, stunning and brave, stunning and brave, stunning and brave. Good job. In 2022, Commander Gray said she wanted to further the capabilities of a ship that was still in its infancy. She said, "When I've really enjoyed a job, it's because I've made a difference where things are a little bit better than they were before. With Menno and I, it's not just about the command. This is an opportunity to take a ship still in its infancy and scuttle it and destroy $100 million. No, oh no, that's not what she said. And further the capability of that ship." Well, you have now turned a ship into a reef. I don't know if that's really furthering the capability, but the fish and the sea life thank you for the new coral. And here's the thing, and the influence and help those who carry our Navy into the future. Good job. Well, that ship is now turned in. Yes, exactly. I like that. As someone says, it's now a submarine. Yes, you have upgraded. You have upgraded a diving and salvage ship into a submarine, except it has a screen door on it. They say all 75 crew and passengers on board were safely rescued overnight. 2 people needed hospital treatment for minor injuries, one with a dislocated shoulder and another with a hurt back. Rescuers battled currents and winds that were pushing life raft and sea boats, etc. Well, it's good of them they could film it at least. Oh, Lord. Well, you got an opportunity to test how well the lifeboats worked. Reports say that after the ship crashed into the reef, it caught fire within 15 minutes and sank, which now sets up a potentially disastrous oil spill that could greatly harm the local reef and the fishing ecosystem there. They say from CNN, again, very, very reputable news source, the specialist diving and hydrographic vessel lost power. How did it lose power? Ran aground on Saturday evening while conducting a reef survey. So they were doing a reef survey, so they knew the reef was there, and yet they still ran into the reef.
Oh, wait, you serious?
It's not like they even have the excuse of, we didn't even see the reef there. We didn't know it was there. They were doing a reef survey and ran into it. By Sunday, we're so fucked. By Sunday morning, the vessel was listing heavily. Smoke was spotted around 6:40 a.m., and by 9 a.m., the ship had slipped below the surface. It's the first unintentional sinking of a New Zealand naval vessel since World War II. Oh, sweet irony. While there's been no official report as to why the ship lost power, one has to wonder if Commander Gray wasn't busy posting or posing for pictures in the name of inclusion. And here's one of her very inclusive photos. And she says, "A great team requires time and effort and recognition that everyone brings something valuable. No room for exclusion. No room for bullying. Hashtag pink shirt days, New Zealand." So stupid. Oh, there you go. You know, China and Russia, and can you blame them for looking at us and thinking we're all retards and weak? No wonder they're just sitting there salivating at the idea of getting into conflict with us. And now, granted, China had a brand new naval ship. It was a submarine, some brand new technical ship they were getting ready to embark on, and that thing sank too. So I think it's pretty safe. What is universal that all these countries that are having failures, why are they all struggling all of a sudden? What's changed in the last 10 years? It's diversity. It's hiring people for their gender and not their skill. It's getting the old white men out of the way and bringing in young, energetic, awesome women and gay people to totally chud or show the chuds, those old white men. Screw you. And now we've got ships and boats sinking all over the place, and diversity hires and satellite dishes on stealth vessels. Oh, you gotta, God help us, man. I'm telling you, putting these women in positions of power. And this is what kills me, right? People get pissed at me. They get pissed at men's channels when we're like putting women in positions of power is a mistake. And all the women say, oh, you're just jealous of the patriarchy and you just want control. And I don't remember hearing all about a bunch of ships running aground and people putting satellite dishes on stealth ships and having all these. I don't remember hearing this. And I'm 50. I didn't hear this in my 40s or my 30s or my 20s or my teens. I didn't hear this stuff then. What changed? We know it changed. We know it changed.